Greetings and salutations. Welcome everybody to another action-packed game for the 8-Bit Nation Prism League. How the heck is everybody doing this fantastic evening? It is week 4, game 3. We are well under the way. Yeah, it looks like it is changed. It's week 4, game 3. It's the Otakus and Rednecks. So we should be good to go. Um, gonna be starting here real soon. The lobby is being opened as we speak for the good old competitors to join. I'll be your host this evening. The Dwarf Bard is my name. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have as far as stats go. Of course, over on the Otakus, we've got Nate Dogg showing out with 12 goals, 31 shots, and a 39% shot percentage over the past 3 weeks with 22 saves. Yak coming in there with 6 assists and 20 demos, filling out that support role there. Little mellow, even across the board. 33% shot percentage, pretty high up there. So yeah, it looks like Nate Dogg is definitely the heavy scorer on that team. Yak's putting some balls on frame though. So definitely looking to see some stuff there. Of course, the Rednecks, we've got Ben with 2 goals, 17 shots, 12% shot percentage, kind of even across the board. Doggo, of course, showing up. 14 goals, 42 shots, 33% shot percentage, making a third of their shots in. 20 saves, 6 demos, so a real all-around playing. Mincy coming in with 33% shot percentage as well. 5 assists, 6 demos. So yeah, pretty solid showing from both teams over the past 3 weeks. Very excited to see how they meet up. I do have a couple of people already in the lobby waiting on everyone else to join up. They should be here momentarily. What do you guys think about this one? How do we think it's going to play out? Looks like it's heavy towards the Rednecks. 9.2k on them. Versus the 4.4 for the Otakus. Pick Cops rooting for Otakus. Oh, but you think they're going to win? Rednecks are going to win 3-1? Which one do you think they're going to take, Pick Up? Most of the prison games I have seen have been pretty even. Game 3 it is. In the script. Prepared to be disappointed. Whoa. Alright, we've got everyone joining up. We're about to head over to the field. Oh, let's see here, actually. All right. Down to the field we go. The first match is underway. Mincy gonna take a lead here. Leading that 50, trying to get ahead of it. Ball's gonna sit on the backboard here. Nate looking to get ahead of this one. Up over top of Doggo, but Mincy's back. Gets a touch. Low Mellow getting a piece of it. Ben trying to catch this one down towards mid-frame. Going to take this one up the wall. Challenging at the ceiling. Deflects just a little bit. Nate to the wall. Looks for the redirect. Keeps it in the corner with a soft touch off the wheels. Doggo's there. Picks this one up past Nate. Looks to get past Mellow as well. Pinching towards the opposite corner. Mincy into the corner as well. Big body. Ben's coming in. Put it top left. Ben's. The touch to the corner and the read from the third man coming in and cleaning up. 4 minutes and 24 seconds, and our first point on the board goes to the Rednecks. Doggo and Yak meeting at midfield. Nate and Ben fighting it out. Mincy and Nate there with another 50. Yak going towards net, but Doggo with the touch and the 50. Mincy catching this one off of Mello and another touch to the wall. Doggo's going to pick this one up. Slow touch. Getting in front of it. Mincy dropping back. Giving that one to Ben. Yak's able to get a touch on it though. Touchdown towards Mincy, but Nate going to pull this into the corner. Doggo waiting patiently. Tries to keep it as high as possible. Plays low there though. Ben deflected to the side wall. Another bounce. Yak is up. Mincy taking the high road. Ben's taking the low. Not able to connect, but Doggo's back. Touch over to the side or the backboard there. Mincy cleared out. Yak gonna try to pick up this boost. Gets it. Goes for the reset. Over top of Doggo, but Ben's there to clean up. Yak keeping this one on the wall. Doggo touching this one to slow down the play. Nate to the backboard. They're leaving for Mello. Off of Nate's car and deflected wide right. Into the same corner now. Yak pushing it, and the defender not able to get there in time, evening the score 1-1. A good read, but not enough speed. I think it is. Off the crossbar. Off the backboard. A bump pulling out a defender. Mincy not able to connect. Big body getting in the way. Doggo to the backboard. Yak. Ben keeping this one high. Looking for the double. Leaves it. Mincy trying to clean up. It's going to get deflected wide right. Challenge from Mello and Doggo there. Doggo pushing this one wide left. Gets a demo on Nate. Mincy. This one goes high to the ceiling. Almost bouncing over. Mello able to get a piece of it now. Sitting at midfield line. Doggo's going to go up. Gets a slow touch. Ben in the air trying to connect with Mincy. Doggo going to push this to the opposite wall to give them a little bit more time. Back across frame. Nate's going to take this into the corner. Past one. Over top of another. Mincy's back. Easy save. Touch over to Ben, but Mincy dives. Nate leaves this one. Mello taken into the corner. Chased by Mincy. Off the ceiling now. Doggo's able to get a piece of it. Nate off the backboard. Mincy coming out with the clear. Good communication. Even mid. Doggo pushing it into the corner. Got a bit of a dog pile there. Ben keeping this one in the corner, but Mello's going to attack. Yak trying to clean this one up, but met with the defender. Doggo trying to push this one bottom left, but goes wide left. Mincy into the corner. Down to Doggo, deflected to the back wall, but Ben's not close enough. Comes up for a second touch, deflected by Yak at the last second. Mincy, another one off the crossbar. Doggo with the dunk and 2 points on the board now for the Rednecks. Into the Otakus territory now. Yak on the corner. Over top of Mincy, but Doggo able to get in touch with this one. Deflected to the sidewall. Ben with the clear towards the backboard. Mincy trying to touch this one down. Deflected up by Nate. Doggo pushes this one wide right. A second touch. 10 seconds on the board now. Mello looking for the clear. Can they tie it up with under 5 seconds left? They're making a push at midfield. Nate going up for the save, touching the ground as Doggo lets it fall. And the Rednecks take game 1. All right, we are underway for game 2. Mincy and Mello meeting. Nate, slow touch, goes for the dribble, the flick, but Ben is up. Gets a bump on Mincy, but Ben pushing forward, stopped by Yak, but Mincy pushing it even further forward. Touch out towards midfield, a pop from Yak, and Little Mello is up. Goes up for a third touch off the wall, but Doggo's there. Down, and Nate coming in for the second touch to the corner. Ben gonna come in, not able to get the deflection, but Mincy's there to stop Yak's attack. Mello, a little pop, and Ben able to clear this one out. Assistance from Doggo pushing this one high. Mincy and Ben both up together. Mincy winning the 50 for the clear. Nate with the return to the wall. Ben's able to stop that forward momentum, taking this one into the corner. Challenging with Little Mello, who wins. Doggo gets the pinch towards the ground. Slow touch to Yak. Nate able to clear this one. Mincy not able to get it past. Doggo looking for the redirect. Not able to get a second touch on it. Nate with the pop off the reset at midfield. Yak getting in the way of this one. Not able to stay in front of the ball. Or behind it. Mincy, a high pop. Yak makes a push. Mincy's up. A floater over to Ben and stopped by Nate right in front of net. Yak across frame. Mincy's going to let this one hit the ceiling. Tries to challenge, gets a soft touch, slowing the ball down. Trying to get this one in front of an opponent. Doggo challenged in the corner by Yak. Ben going to come in, leaving this one for Mincy, who gets the clear. Yak is going to catch this one, but it's given over to Doggo. Yak's going to get a touch to the ceiling, but straight down, leaving Ben able to get in the way of it. Down across net, and no one's close enough to take advantage. Little Mello not able to push this one in. Mincy to the wall, pushed away by Yak. You know, that guy. Doggo with the challenge in the corner. Looks for the touch. Slow floater right in front of net, and it hits the crossbar, but Mincy is there to clean it up. First point on the board for the second game, going to the Rednecks. Even 50 kickoff, everyone racing to the wall. Ben goes up, takes the air dribble down into the opposite corner. Yak able to keep this one off frame. Mincy the back wall again, giving Doggo a chance to move forward. Stopped by Little Mello. Yak gets the pop. Ben dropping back for a better spot. Mincy gonna take this one to the wall. Looking to challenge. Ben's able there to get it a little bit further forward. Ben back into the corner with a defensive pop. Everyone on the right side. Mincy trying to clean up at midfield, but Yak's able to get to it first. This one's going to touch the upright, it looks like, or the backboard. Yak across frame, Doggo to the sidewall. Mincy goes up for the second touch. No one there to challenge. Doggo with the redirect to the back wall. Nate with the catch into the corner. Little Mello trying to clear this one. Ends up popping to the right. Down in front of net, but cleared out by Nate. And saved by Doggo at the goal line. Stays with it. We've got 1 minute remaining. The Otakus need to put a point on the board. Almost did, but it's stopped by a pinch to the upright. Mincy turning. Gets a pop to keep the pressure on. Deflected by Nate. This one's going to sit at midfield over top of Yak and Doggo. Able to push this one to the wall. Mello giving a return, putting the Rednecks on the defensive now. Down towards net, pulled away by Ben. Yak challenging Nate, cleaning up. Yak trying to put it back on frame again, and here comes Mello. They've got 16 seconds now, but they're on the defense. Mincy is able to clear through there, gets a demo on Yak. This one's going to go to the opposite side now, into the corner. Doggo going to take possession, leaves it patiently, playing a time game at this point. Nate with the dribble, can't quite keep it up. And that is the Rednecks taking game 2. Pickop, is this the game we're going to see the Otakus come out and get their first win? Looking for the sleep. A high pop at midfield off the kickoff for game 3, which is now underway. The flick over Ben and pulled away by Mincy. Ben with the clear, forcing Yak to drop back. Towards right, saved by Mello. Ben with the reset, not able to get it past them. Doggo and Mincy together on the back corner. Mincy bumping Yak, gets a punch. Nate stays on top of this one, tries to get underneath it. Ben over top of Mello, but Yak gonna take this one to the wall. Ben into the corner, Yak gonna catch this one. Doggo able to stop that forward momentum. Ever so slightly touching the ceiling. Mincy down towards mid. Ben trying to stuff this one in. Mincy getting bumped. Into the corner, deflected by Doggo down towards frame, but Yak is there. Ben into the corner now. Doggo dropping back, waiting patiently. Mincy coming in, carries it over one defender to the backboard. Little Mello gonna pull this one away. Doggo deflected towards the sidewall, trying to give it some speed. Down over to their territory now, deflected in front of the net from Ben. They're dropping back now. Little Mello racing this one to keep it up and over. Able to clear this one out. Back over to the Rednecks territory, but it's stopped at the midfield line by Ben. Mincy going to put on the pressure again, and this one's carried across frame. Ben waiting patiently. Yak coming in to take this one to the sidewall, but Ben going to get another touch on it. Deflected by Mello down towards net, but Mincy with the save, getting demoed in the process. That's the price you pay. Into the corner now, Mincy. Challenged by Yak. Nate up over top, going high. A back and forth happening. Down towards net, off of two defenders, and Mincy able to score the air dribble from Doggo. Down towards one, Mincy coming in and pushing it just past Mello, putting the first point on the board for game 3 for the Rednecks. Ben saving top bins. Pushed away by Mincy. Yak able to stop it for just a moment, but Ben is there. Looking to get one past Nate, and with the reset in front of net, Ben coming in with the second point on the board. Had nothing and used it all anyway. Doggo goes up. A touch over Yak. Ben coming in to help out. Leaves it for Doggo. Little Mello pushes this one high. Mincy's there to keep on the pressure into the corner. Down across net. Ben deflected towards the wall. Cleared out by Mello, but Mincy's there. Doggo down towards net. It's going to go wide left. Picked away by Nate. Ben over to the backboard. Goes for that second touch, but Yak's able to get in the way of it. Mello down across frame. Ben gonna push this one deep into their territory, but Yak's gonna try to challenge. Mincy pushing this one across net. Ben coming in for the stuff, leaving it to pop out towards Doggo. Carrying it back, looking for help. Mincy's there. This one's gonna float. Touch from Nate. Ben able to get a second touch, but Nate was too big. Doggo with the flick. The demo ends up pushing it a little wide left. Mincy, a lob towards net under a minute for the Otakus to come back and put 2 points on the board. Are we gonna see it? They're making a play now. Yak able to get in the way. Nate with the clear, deflected by Doggo. 30 seconds left. Nate, a high pop. Mello goes up, but two of the Rednecks in the way. Doggo floating. Nate's able to get in front of this one. It's just sitting still. Mello with another touch. Nate coming around to put the pressure on. 15 seconds now. Over to the side wall. Little Mello takes this one into the corner, challenged by Ben. Nate trying to push this one away. Yak able to get bumped by Ben there. Doggo taking hold of this one. Mincy pushing it in for a disrespectful third goal at 1 second, and it is all but in the books. I don't know if it was 0. This one's still floating. And Doggo scoring with only 1 second available of clock time. Off of the kickoff, pushing it to a 4th point. They did get one. GG's to everybody. What a wild series. Let me go ahead and drop in on the old folks and see what they are doing. Make sure it's okay because I only see 2 of them. Okay, Ben had to go. All right. Yellow.
Yo.
Bored.
Greetings and salutations. What a series, guys.
Well, like Vincey said, probably not the most exciting, but hey,
I feel
win's a
bad for the
win.
viewers. That was probably one of the most boring series you could have watched.
It was pretty. It was. I mean, things happened.
There were 8 goals.
There were 8 goals. Like
I
seven
guess
of them happened with 0 seconds on the clock in the last game, but
true.
it was. I
Hey,
was. That's
we
kind of
didn't
wild.
perfect sweep. We did Brazil them in goals. It was 7-1.
It was 7-1. You are correct. Brazilian goals is definitely a thing that exists that everyone agrees on.
Well,
Yeah.
across the series.
Right. Yeah. No, I feel it. I hear you. Yeah. No, I mean, I think you guys played well. I mean, the pressure was definitely there. I mean, especially
Yeah.
during that last game. I mean, they're trying to push back and just get something on the board, but it's just constant retaliation. The challenges in air were just always there. There was someone there touching. I mean, even if it wasn't like a full clear, it was a deflection or something to where their momentum was just stopped dead and they weren't able to push through. But I mean, how do you guys feel like you played though?
Yeah. I mean, kind of like I said at the beginning, it wasn't dominant. It's not like we're running all over them, but it was controlled, and that feels good. Weren't really getting in each other's way that much. Able to hold some pressure, able to get the win. Happy to be on the board, but we'll see going into the future weeks.
Yeah, no, I mean definitely the control was there. It looks like you guys are playing the Wave next week, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
what do you guys think about that one?
Be
Well,
interesting since they got the trade, the
yeah,
Nels trade.
that's what I was gonna say. Haven't seen their new roster yet, so I think it should be a fun one. But I don't really know what to think about them till I see them play.
Gotcha. I wasn't aware of the trade. Who'd they get?
They traded
Needs.
away Nels and got Schmeigs. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, no, I don't know how that's gonna play out. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Yeah, should definitely be an interesting matchup. So I guess we'll see what happens in week 5. But all in all, congratulations, guys. Good series, even pressure across the board. Took full 3 games. Congrats.
Yeah, totally normal car gaming.
Yeah, card gaming, you guys.
Yep.
All right, we'll see you. Thanks so much.
Yeah. See you,
Yep.
Bard.
Thanks for casting.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, that one is in the books. The Rednecks taking all 3 games with, of course, a 7-1 Brazil in across the series, according to Doggo. But let me go ahead and pay out this prediction so y'all can get your good old points. Someone already did it. To whoever that was, much appreciated. Thank you. So anyway, yeah, stay tuned in the Discord for the other games coming out. Thank you so much for sticking around for this one, and I will see you on the flip side. Adios, muchachos.